Good morning everyone. So my flat is an absolute state. It's what we call in the UK a pissy day. First thing I need to do is take the recycling out, tidy up, wash up, and I've got something fun that I need to do. Oh, I can show you my bookcase. I started off small because I'm doing the Mary Kondo thing, and that's just all my filming stuff. I started off, I got these cute little book stands that say beach, and they're really cute. So first thing I did, I got my book stands and sorted my books because I thought that was a nice little easy job to do. This is a shoe rack, so later on I've got to build the shoe rack, and I'm going to try and show you how to build the shoe rack. If I show you into my office, and I have to work with all my shoes just lined up against the wall, and I can't physically work like this anymore. So I'm going to build the shoe rack, tidy the shoes. I've already started on the clothes, Mary Kondo. All the clothes I want to get rid of are here. So I'm going to put them in a plastic bag. And then the camera's about to die, so I'll be back. When I see a lot of vlogs in New York and stuff, you guys don't have washing machines, do you? It's really strange because in the UK, everyone has a washing machine in their flat. It's just a thing. We don't really have dryers in the UK, so I'm always drying washing. I need to put that away, and then I'll show you what it looks like afterwards. First job, take the recycling out. Got to be the top, surely. It says it's 4 here. It's saying that the screw needs to go in there, but it can't. Like, it has to go this way. There's no other way for it to go. It has to go like that. Okay, I'm just going to go rogue and do what I think it is, because I have no bloody clue. What a queen. Say what you want to do to me. Why is it doing that? Just put the top on. It's sabotage. It looks alright. I didn't use 2 of the screws, but it seems to be alright. It's holding up. Good morning everyone. Full disclosure, this is the second day because I spent from 1 o'clock till 6 o'clock tidying this flat, building the shoe rack as you've seen, and now I thought I'd just show you the final product. And also it's a much sunnier day. Kitchen itself's really cute. I wanted, let me zoom out a bit as far as it goes. I wanted a nice kitchen that I could cook in because I like cooking, and it's just all tidy now. And I don't know about you, but I find that when I have a really clean house, it really helps my mental health. And I found when I was going through really dark, depressive periods, I found that cleaning actually really helped me. So it's always a drawback from that, of trying to make things as clean and tidy as possible. And my mum always jokes that it looks like my flat's been burgled, but for me, I like having an empty flat that's easy to clean. I haven't got a load of junk. I just like having a really empty, airy space. As you can see, it's much tidier. The table is my landlord's, but he was like, do you want a table? And I was like, yeah, I'll just have a table. I have to confess, I usually just eat on the couch still. Old habits die hard. The theme I did, there isn't really a theme. It's literally just all the furniture that I've got from my previous houses and whatever. But there is kind of like a blue nautical theme. Placemats, they're blue. And I don't have a telly, I just use my Mac. It's not really good to film in. I've done a few shots in this room, and the trouble is it's got one light for the whole of this area. You need 2 lights in a room this big. I suppose I could change the lampshade, but I really can't be bothered. This is the hallway, and it's all really nice and clean. And I showed you the shoe rack that I made. That's really cute. And my mum bought me this, and it is horrendous, but what can you do when your mum buys you stuff? I think it is slightly tacky, but my mum bought it, so I can't really do a lot about it, but it reminds me that this is just my home now. And then my books, I've put all my books there, which is really cute. And I'll just show you these. Every house needs a Yankee candle. It's not a house without a Yankee candle. And I've got Russian dolls, so I'll probably get cancelled for that. But it was a gift somebody bought me years ago, before obviously what happened. And I've always loved Russian dolls, but I don't know if now you're allowed to put them on show. But yeah, they're actually real Russian dolls. Everyone mentions the portholes. They're like, oh, it's like you're on a ship. And I feel like I'm on the Titanic, and it's really cute. Bathrooms I've had in flats, I've had horrendous bathrooms, and this is a really nice one. It's really light and airy. The shower is really nice. The only downside is that I don't have a bath, and I miss having a bath so much. I haven't had a bath in, oh God, about 5 months. When you don't have a bath for 5 months, you really miss it, because I was never really a bath person. I was always like, oh, shower, shower, shower. But when you can't have a bath, you just miss having a bath so much. And when I have to shave my legs, I have to just sit down. I have to like sit down on that. It's so uncomfortable. My mum's quite funny. When we moved in, she said, cool, you could fit 3 in there. I try not to think about how many people have had sex in that shower. It doesn't bear thinking about, but not me. It's a cute mirror. This is where I film. Basically, this side of the whole flat doesn't have any neighbours, just the people below. So it's really good for filming because it's just so quiet. Yeah, my bed looks messy, sorry. But if I just show you, swing round. So where that plug socket is, that's where I put all my filming equipment and camera, etc. And I just sit on the bed. The only trouble with shooting with a window, as you can see, you get the greenery, which is really nice. But as you'll have seen in my videos, sometimes you also get overexposure when you're filming. So sometimes I'll be at a really crucial point and the sun will just flare and it will just overexpose the whole film. So it is pluses and minuses, because it's a nice big room and I've got a lot of natural light, because obviously when you film you need a lot of lighting. I bought myself a new bed because in the old flat I literally just had a base and I was so depressed. I just didn't even have the energy to get a new bed. I thought, what was the point of getting a new bed? I was so depressed and down. But now I've actively made a conscious effort to try and make this my home and to not keep thinking and living in this mindset of I will start living once I have a boyfriend. I'm trying to actively move my mindset into thinking I have to live that life and a life of purpose before I meet someone. I can't live in this limbo land where I'm waiting for things to happen. So that's why I got myself a nice bed. Got a USB charging point, which is so handy. I don't know if all beds have that now, but for me, when I got that, I was like, that's so handy. You can just charge your phone and just be in bed. It's really cool. And I've got a telly on the wall. That is my landlord's again. He said, do you want me to just leave the telly? And I was like, yeah. And it's also nice and quiet because we have a main road at the front. So yeah, that's why I filmed there. And lastly, this is just the office. I couldn't really film before because I realised when I was editing that I left out some confidential information. So I couldn't really show you before, but it's all nice and tidy, and I just leave my tripod like that to save collapsing it all the time. I could technically collapse it and put it in there, but I think just leave it. And also, it's more of a psychological thing. When I'm working, I can look at the tripod and visualise where I want to be in the future. So for me, it's more of a motivational tool, so that's why I leave it up. It is a bit of a junk shop down here, but I just close my eyes to it a bit. It doesn't really bother me, but it's just suitcases and toilet rolls and stuff and yoga mats, but it's fine. I can just work away. I had the idea of making this a podcast room and decorating it, and I had all these ideas, but it's just on a connecting wall to the other tenants and they're fine. But if I'm talking about topics which are really personal, etc., I just feel more comfortable doing it in here when I know that people next door can't hear, and they probably don't want someone talking as well for a podcast. So I hope you enjoyed my little flat tour, and like they do in Architectural Digest, thanks everyone. Off you go.